Akim, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Barakathum, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. All praise, glory, and honor to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, in the name of His Son, Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the nation of Israel, better known as the Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to you, sincere Akim, you fellow laborers, Tawada, for hazarding your lives for this truth. There's Matthew's the 6th chapter, and in particular, the focus I wanted to focus in on was I believe it was verse 6 or 7. Let me double check. Verse 8, Salakia. It says, "Be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask Him." And I wanted to speak on that and make mention also that every time we read the scriptures, we always pull something more away from it, and experience in its time and its place gives us more understanding, which goes into some other precepts. The Most High, He gives the increase, even with that's what Paul mentioned. We can water, we can plant, we can water, but it's the Most High that gives the increase. And that's the same thing with the medicines. You can eat good all you want. You can fast. You can work out. You can do all manner of things that are right. But it's the Most High who allows that reward and benefit to happen. And that's something that Jake kind of forgets from time to time. But at the end of the day, we're going to be given, any and everything that we need as we need them, And it dawned on me in a different way because of a work situation, Now, the water Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I'm not missing a day of work, so my paycheck's not getting messed up. But I had to transition away from one company to another. And it's not going to change anything for my pay, and the day that it happened, I was just like, man, shit, I'm glad I get to go back to work because, hey, sometimes, I'd missed 2 days the previous week because I was sick. Like I couldn't work. I had too much congestion, and I was getting lightheaded. And couldn't breathe, so it was impossible to do any sort of task. So when everything happened at the end of the day, I was just like, man, the water. And then this precept came to mind. And so with that experience, the way that is taking place, and I've had that experience before. That's the thing. I've experienced these things like this before, but the gravity and the realization didn't sink in the way that it did in this particular situation. So the Most High already knows what we need, before we even ask of Him. He'd already set it all up to be this way. And, I was talking to one of the brothers the other night and told him, hey, look, bro, because he was asking about something. And I told him, hey, look, it doesn't have to make sense now. It'll make sense when it needs to make sense. And don't be upset if it never makes sense at the same time. You just got to be able to accept it. So I know I hit on a couple different points, but that was the main thing. I also like the reminder that we're not always going to see the results we want, man. we're not always going to see the results we want, when we want them, and how we want them, because the Most High is a mystery. He'll give the increase as He wants to give the increase. It kind of goes into He shall have mercy upon whom He shall have mercy. You know, He's going to hate who He's going to hate. He's going to love who He's going to love. He's going to pardon who He's going to pardon. He's going to increase who He's going to increase. He's going to decrease who He is going to decrease. And, you know, the balance aspect of the whole truth at all times is, you know, it's a balancing act. And the easiest way to deal with it is just to go with the flow. You can't force the course of the river. Don't quench the spirit. You know, it's a balance. And I find myself saying that a lot more and more. Balance, and seeing the balance of things. Even in negative comments that people leave on brothers' comment boards. It's like, okay, well, you know, on the surface level, this comment is utter bullshit. But underneath it, on the spiritual side, you know, this is saying something. But they don't know that, and that wasn't their intention, clearly. But you start to see the balance of things. We're coming into being judges. More and more keen senses. Your senses should be heightened and increased. At least that, you know. But again, not everyone's going to be given that gift. We're not all given the same gifts. But we're all given something. And whatever you've been given, teach that, man. Exempt that. You know, or not exempt, embody that. Show it off. Shalom.